Now, this is a game that I have been meaning to dive into, and I have not for a number of reasons. One of them is that it is a MMO and online only PvP. Now, you can also do online co-op. There is a game that's very similar to this one called Deadside. I did actually play, I don't know, 70, 80 plus hours in that game, and it was very good. So I'm thinking it's probably very similar to this one. Now, the reason why this has sparked my interest again, this is a, by the way, survival kind of game, right? And if you're familiar with Icarus, same thing. It's all based on open world and survival, and it can be very riveting. This one's pretty hardcore, I believe, from what I have read about it anyway. I haven't played it. But the reason why this has, kind of came into my want to play list again is for the fact of the update. So there's been a massive world update, and there's been a ton of different revisions made with this update, and it's quite something, to be honest. I will link you to the Steam page, but also their page right here. I mean, look at all this stuff. It's been almost like a total rework. So, and I mean, this page goes on and on. So head on over here and check it out. I mean, maybe you were feeling the same way about Rust as I have been about, I'm not quite sure. If they would make this game in a way like Icarus, where you could play it just single player, all by yourself, and not have to worry about being online, then, and as far as I know, you can't do that with this game currently. That would, I think, draw a lot of people to this game, but it has gotten some excellent reviews, and people really enjoy playing it. All right, so up next, I'm going to let Google's Notebook LM go over the update 2 for the game Rust. I hope you enjoy it.
All right, ready to dive in. Rust just dropped this World Update 2.0, and wow, this isn't just like a couple of balance changes. This is a whole different beast.
Yeah, it really is.
Can you imagine? You think you've got this whole wasteland figured out, you log in, and suddenly everything's different, bigger, and way more brutal.
Yeah, it's definitely a shakeup, and you can tell they were really listening to the community on this one, This update's all about what makes Rust. Well, Rust, the variety, that feeling of what's around the next corner.
Man, are there corners now. This terrain overhaul.
Oh, yeah.
This is crazy. I'm not even just talking about how good the cliffs look now, though they do look amazing. But like strategically, this changes everything. Movement, building, the whole 9 yards.
Exactly. It's not just cosmetic. This changes how you think about the game. Remember how everyone used to fight for those beach bases?
Oh, totally.
Forget it. Coastal cliffs, those are prime real estate now.
Oh, for sure.
Imagine your base on top of this sheer cliff, totally inaccessible, unless you've got the gear.
Raids are about to get vertical.
Oh, absolutely.
Though, wouldn't that also make you kinda a sitting duck? Like, what about anyone with a long-range rifle?
That's the thing, right? It's all a balancing act now, risk versus reward. You want that sweet clifftop base, be ready to defend it. This update, it's going to make things really interesting strategically.
And it's not just the coastlines, right? We saw canyons in the notes, lakes, even like oases.
Yeah, they've gone all out.
It sounds like every map is going to be a completely different experience now.
That's what they're going for, definitely. These micro environments, within the map, each one is going to have its own, personality, its own advantages and dangers. Like, take the canyons, for example.
Right.
Incredible for ambushes, right? But also, you get caught in one at the wrong time, you're post.
Oh, yeah. I can already see the YouTube montages, Rust Canyon ambush gone wrong. But, okay, it's not all about, hiding and ganking people, right? What about the lakes? The resource possibilities there got to be huge.
Oh, they are. Imagine building on the water. You've got fishing, easy water collection, but you're vulnerable from the water now.
Oh, that's a tough one. Do you risk it for the resources? Man, that's what I love about Rust, always on edge. Speaking of classic Rust tension, though, remember Radtown?
Oh, how could we forget?
It's back.
The radioactive wasteland returns. And it's brought a friend.
Oh, do tell.
Radioactive water. And this isn't just like a puddle that makes you cough. This is serious stuff.
Okay, before we get into how, I don't know, this glowing goo is going to change everything, remind us what Radtown's all about. It's been a while.
Sure. So Radtown, it was always this high-risk, high-reward kind of place. Tons of good loot, but also swarming with other players, and of course, the radiation. This time around, they've redesigned it. Better flow, more cover.
So it was intense before. Now
It's next level.
okay, so we've got more ways to get the drop on people, more places to hide, and now we're adding radioactive water into the mix.
Exactly.
This is nuts.
It's a whole other level of strategy now. You collect it just like regular water, but instead of, keeping you alive, it can really ruin someone's day.
The patch notes mentioned using it offensively.
Yeah.
Give us the details.
Picture this. You're raiding a base, and you see their farm outside. Little splash of radioactive water.
Oh, no.
Boom. Instant crop death.
Talk about a scorched earth tactic. No more Mr. Nice Farmer when you've got glowing green goo on tap.
Oh, it's going to be brutal. And that's just one example. Imagine, like, mid-raid chaos, someone chucks a bucket of this stuff.
Everyone's running.
It's like a radioactive grenade, but, like, area denial, too, right?
With evil genius. You did mention it's dangerous to players, too, right? It's not just...
Well, yeah, you're not immune. Get hit with this stuff directly. You're going to be feeling it. Hazmat suit's going to be your new best friend.
So there's risk just collecting it, let alone deploying it. This is adding a whole other level to the game. I love it. Okay, this update's already blowing my mind, and we haven't even gotten to the DPV yet.
We'll get there.
Okay.
But first, we got to talk about the high-caliber revolver.
New toys. What's the deal with this one? Is this just another gun for our ever-growing arsenal?
Not exactly. This one's all about precision, timing. It's high risk, high reward. This isn't just another spray and pray kind of deal.
So more for those players who like to make every shot count.
Exactly. It encourages a different kind of play style, yeah. A little more thought out.
I like it. All right, so we've got cliffs for days, weaponized radioactive water, a new revolver for the sharpshooters, anything for those of us who appreciate a good aesthetic while we're trying to, not die in the apocalypse.
Well, there is the new Frontiersman pack. It's cosmetic, but it's already got people talking.
Okay, so no stat boosts or anything, but you'll look good while scavenging for beans. I'm intrigued. Go on.
It's more than just looking good, though, right? It's rust, so what you wear, it's a statement, the Frontiersman pack, that says, I'm a survivor. I know what I'm doing out here.
It's all about reputation.
Exactly. You rock that gear, people are going to think twice before messing with you. It's like wearing a sign that says, I've seen things. And I'm still here.
I like the sound of that. Okay, let's shift gears a little bit. Talk about something that's always been, well, both terrifying and kind of mesmerizing and rusty underwater stuff, specifically this dive site revamp.
Oh, they really went all out here. It looks amazing, yeah. But they've made some smart changes that change how you have to think about underwater exploration completely.
So when I take the plunge, what am I noticing first?
Remember how much of a pain it was to actually find the dive sites? Trying to spot those blurry buoys?
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah, gone. Buoys are crystal clear now. Super easy to find.
Okay, I am 100% on board with that. No more like, is that a buoy or a shark? I can't tell. But, okay, finding them was only half the battle, right? Sometimes you'd get there and it was amazing loot. Other times it was just scraps.
Right, it was gamble. Well, no more. Now, all the dive sites, same loot. Doesn't matter how deep they are.
So no more feeling cheated when you finally reach that, deep sea site only to find out someone else got there first. Okay, that is great. Makes exploring a lot more appealing, honestly. Risk versus reward is more balanced now.
Exactly. But let's be real, everyone's losing their minds over the DPV.
Mini subtime. Okay, tell us everything. Is it as amazing as it sounds?
Game changer, for sure.
Yeah.
The DPV, it means underwater exploration just got a whole lot faster. More efficient, too.
No more slowly swimming around, hoping a shark doesn't mistake you for lunch.
Exactly. But it's not invincible. Okay, it needs fuel, and it can be damaged.
So it's not like a free pass to rule the ocean. Still got to be strategic about it.
100%. It's a tool, a powerful one, but a tool. It's all about how you use it.
Okay, but how long until we see DPV drive-bys, though? I'm just picturing, cruising along the ocean floor, popping up under someone.
It's only a matter of time. The rust community will find a way, I guarantee it.
That's what I love about this game. This update just keeps getting better. Okay, so we've talked about the big stuff, the terrain, the radioactive water, the DPV. What about the smaller details? The stuff that might not seem like a big deal at first glance.
You mean the quality of life improvements. Don't worry, they didn't forget about those.
Hit me with your favorites. What's got you pumped?
Well, for starters, remember how annoying the spray can was? It would never remember what color you used last.
Oh, don't even get me started. So many times I accidentally painted my base bright pink because of that thing.
Well, good news. It remembers now. Even after you die, even after a server restart, your color selection stays put.
Hallelujah. It's the little things, What else have we got?
Oh, they also made the repair bench, way easier to use now, especially for new players. I think this is going to be huge.
Oh, yeah. How so?
So, you know how it used to just be text for how much stuff costs to repair?
Yeah.
Now they've got icons, too. Just a small thing, but it's way clearer.
Yeah, especially when you're starting out and everything's so overwhelming already. Even just that little visual cue can make a difference.
Exactly. And of course, no Rust update would be complete without, the usual bug fixes and performance tweaks. They're always working on making things smoother.
Which is what keeps us coming back for more, right? Man, it's funny. We're talking about all this crazy stuff, radioactive water, mini submarines. I almost forgot about the charitable Rust event going on right now.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Good time to support a good cause and maybe get some sweet loot while you're at it.
Yeah, some cool stuff this time around. All the proceeds go into direct relief too, which is awesome. Plus, 40% off right now. If you've been on the fence about jumping into Rust, now's the time. Speaking of jumping in, though, any final thoughts on this massive update? I feel like we've only scratched the surface here.
Honestly, I think this update has the potential to completely change how we play Rust. And I don't just mean the map, though that's huge, obviously, but strategically. With the radioactive water, the terrain changes.
Yeah, who knows what people are going to come up with.
Exactly. Are we going to see clans hauling up on these cliffs, raining down terror from above? Or will people find new, crazy ways to use the environment against each other? Those peaceful lakes might not be so peaceful anymore.
I can't wait to see what the community does with this stuff. That's half the fun, honestly.
That's Rust, right? It's always changing. The devs do their thing, the players do theirs, and it just creates this constantly evolving world.
This update just threw gasoline on that fire. It's going to be wild.
So to all you Rust players out there, veterans, newbies, whoever you are, get out there, explore this new world, find its secrets, figure out how to survive, because it just got a whole lot harder. And hey, if you find yourself face to face with a mini submarine, let us know. Yeah. Until then, we'll see you in the wasteland.